Okay, boys and girls, we're going to be starting a new month. Let's reset the small account, see where we go. And a warm welcome to one and all. Let me grab a coffee because we all know Scruffy likes it coffee. And we'll get into this. Now, today is horrid. It's absolutely chucking down outside, whereas yesterday the sun was blistering, absolutely blistering hot. Now, why am I telling you about the weather? Because the charts can be like that. One day they can be as flat as a pancake, and the next day a massive explosion. So you've always got to have a plan. And that's why the small account is incredibly important, because it helps you plan, it sees your discipline, etc., etc. Now, I've just gone to market on gold. It's currently 7:30 in the morning. I've already been in on the first part of it. Let me flick this over, and I'm going to start building up the spreadsheet, putting in some parameters for the month. But that is there, and as you can see, Murray explosion, absolute whopper. Now, all I'm looking for is the snap over the course of the next hour or so. So if I drop this down into 15 minutes, I'll be able to see what's going on. Now, the overall market, if we look at this, it's been pushing up heavily. It could actually come back to this level here. But in the meantime, there has to be some form of a pressure release amongst this, which is what I'm looking at, for it just to nip back, get a few pips over the course of this hour, and then let it get on with its joyful. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. Now, I've already been into it. Let me show you. That is there, 284. So that's what's on the sheet. And you'll see the balance has changed from when we were talking. Why is that? Because I've been harvesting the profits. In other words, take it out, spend it, do what I want with it, but leave it with a baseline to work. Now, what's a baseline? A baseline is what you don't really want the account to go below. So I'll work my way through profits, and I'll look to increase the baseline for next month, but I want some payment as well. Okay, and there's the summary. So you can see we had a stonking month last month. You'll see there was a couple of videos, one where I had a huge month, had some great runs, because one trade should make you, but one trade should never break you. And that's what happens with a lot of traders. They let the losers run, but they don't let the winners. Now, sometimes if you see all the elements, you let it run, and I did, and it paid me well. Okay, now we also changed it to a different account because I'm trying to reduce the leverage. So I've swapped it from an account that was 500 to 1 leverage, and I've moved it over onto the same platform but with a lesser leverage, 200 to 1, and I'll then look to harvest. Now from here, put this in so I can see what I'm doing. I'm leaving the rules exactly the same as what I had in July, so there they are for July. Drop this down, and I like this sheet because it tells me what to do and everything. So our balance is 1,000. That's what we're starting with. We've got our 284 in, which is 0.28% growth already this morning, which is not bad. So what I need to do is figure out how much growth I want. Well, last month we went for 20%. Okay. Now the account is bigger. I still want to grow, but I'm going to target 15%. Okay, still a lot to do, and what that'll do is it'll give me a day figure. So if I put 150 in there, I'm going to do it within the month, so I'll just leave that as 1, and it's going to tell me I need £6.92 per day. Now if I do £6.92 per day at the end of the month, I'll have a 15% growth. Excellent. Okay, so I now come over to this. Max bid is between £1 and £2.51. Okay, so we're going to start our bidding size and then increase it slowly, and we're going to start it at 50 pence. Okay, so every time I've got a little bit in the bag, I'll increase my position size, or my first position size. So get a couple of wins under the belt, so like 3 wins, buff. I'll then start at 55 and then so forth and so forth. Okay, well, I'll have to wait till it actually gets up to 60, because this is an MT5 platform that goes up in increments of 10. So what I'll do is I'll finish the trade and then I'll come back to you at the end. But I don't need to do a great deal, maybe 4 or 5 quid, and then I'll be happy with that. Okay. Okay guys, it's coming into 8 o'clock, so I'm going to watch this for just a second and I'm going to be looking to kill it in just a tick. Now I'm going to drop this down into 5 minutes so I can see what's going on. Okay, should have really knocked it off down here, but we're going to watch it and see what happens, because I may just kill it and then re-enter it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm killing that off here, but I'm going to put an order underneath, just like so. So sell stop under there, put it underneath the candle. Just drag that under there. Right, why am I doing that? Because it's pushing away up, but what I'm expecting it to do is slam down. So what I'll do now is I'll just drop a little target in, just like so, just modify it. Drop that there, so that'll make 7 quid. So what will happen is if the 8 o'clock candle bursts away, it'll not pick up. And I just want to edge that down ever so slightly because I don't want it to trigger in. But if it slams down, it'll pick it up, scalp it, boom. Job's done. So in the meantime, let's have a look. So we've added 168, which is a bit of a bugger because I should have pulled it at 5 quid, but we do make mistakes. So let me just drop that across. So just add that onto the sheet while we're looking. Right, it's gone back to market. So what was that? That's 168 because my brain's not functioning this morning. 168. Okay, so we're at 452, so we need to do £2.40 in order to get the day's target. That's all we're after. So we'll let it run and we're going to see if it'll slam in. Now if it does, brilliant, but if it doesn't, I can stage the market up to here. Why? Because I've left myself room to do it. And that's the beauty of staging in and going backwards. Now, I don't go forwards into trades when I'm day trading because you never know where the turning point is. But if you're going backwards, you're getting a better price all the time. And at the minute, because I've been banking money, doesn't sound a lot, but even if I killed that off now, I'm net positive. And that's all I'm interested in. So let's see what goes on. We're coming into the minute candle now, or the 8 o'clock candle now rather. So we'll see whether or not it's going to pop in or give us a good smack in the teeth. So let us see, a few seconds and it'll turn over. There it is, it's coming in. So there's the pop down. Let's hope that it'll move down. And like I say, we just want 2 or 3 quid. And I'll be happy. Come on, down, down. Do it while we're on camera. Come on. Down you come. Down, 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 down. Ah, come on, baby. You can do it. Just a few quid. A couple of quid. Come on. It was almost there. It was almost there. Come on, down you come. Down, 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 down. Down. It's like trying to get a dog to do something with it when you haven't got a treat in your hand, isn't it? Ah, dear me. Come on. Come on. You can do it, boy. Go on. All right. It's not going to do it. It's obviously called Winky. Because Winky doesn't do what she's told either. She's a fucking nightmare. No. She's my best friend. All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll just let it play out. Because it might take it 15 minutes or so. And I'm not going to come here blowing at it for 15 minutes. I'm just going to let it up. There we go. It's doing its, almost. It's doing its thing. Come on. Give the big boy what he wants. I did say that to Winky and she said no. Okay. Right. All right. It might take it 15 minutes to come down. So what I'll do is I'll just let the camera run again and then I'll come back to you. Okay, boys and girls, there we are. It's running in. We're going to pull the plug on this in just a second. I'm going to see if it goes into that target. And it's getting close. It's getting close. Boom. There we go. Right, job's done. So, what's our little story here? The element is for it to run down, but it's also not to be greedy, because a little bit like you could see here, it's bouncing backwards and forwards, it runs away, and it's now starting to pull back a bit. It is stretched, so there is a time for it where it'll start coming back up, and it will probably give away the profit that I put in, and then you get a bit worried and one thing and another. But if I can see the money, take it. So what's that done? Well, that added 664. So it's a few trades, a bit of price bouncing. So what we'll do, just drop that into here. So what's that? 664. And then we're already off and running on what we're after. So we've actually done 1% today. Now, if you do 1% every day, well, it doesn't take long for a colossal amount of money to be put into the account, because it all compounds and it builds up. The problem is it then becomes a real issue, because you've got to get it right all the time. You've got to have huge position sizes to maintain the 1%, etc. And it gets harder and harder. It's kind of why this target is reduced somewhat. Now, if I take little steps every day, you know, I'm looking at 692. Well, we've done 1116. Doesn't sound a lot. But if I do 1116 tomorrow, well, I'm kind of putting days ahead of my target. And it's kind of how you pass prop as well. You do little steps every day and you look to do sort of a little bit over your daily target, and it knocks days off your prop. So if you're on the 5%ers and that's what you're looking at, that's how you pass these things. If you're swinging at the fences all the time, you're wasting your time. Absolutely wasting your time. So what this is looking at the moment, based on what we're after, I can now move that up to £1 and a penny as a maximum bid. So somewhere between these two. But just because they're there doesn't mean to say I have to use them. I prefer to build into a trade. So I start at 50p, because if I look to put 5 positions in, it would take me to my absolute maximum. Now, if I don't think the trades are very strong, I might go in at 20p and go to the maximum of this with 5 bids. Simple way of doing things. So there you go. That's first day of the month. Obviously, I update this every day for the guys in the squad when they're asked. And I'll kind of do a video maybe once a month updating how we get on. Because I put this money into Vanguard. And you'll be able to see how well that's done. So it's just a very quick off the cuff while I'm sitting at the screens. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed. But above all, do what you love. And the money will follow. See you on the next one.